side, Stevie, Coach Traffic, strong night here. It's a hot night for Section 2. Friday, Volleyball as the homestanding Panthers welcome to our gym on neighbors to the south. The Indians from Peters Township High School. We'll begin with the starting lineups. First, for Peters Township. We'll start with the freshman, number 16 outside, hitter Abby Willott. A sophomore outside, hitter number 7, Madison Tassone. Number 10, sophomore center, Aaron Kirby. Sophomore, number 21, playing the middle, Kyle King. Sophomore also playing the middle, number 26, Jocelyn Jakovic. Junior, number 11, playing the middle, Lauren Valente. Junior, number 13, center, Emmy Lastina. And the starting seniors. First, outside, hitter defensive specialist, number 12, Celine Long. Senior, number 22, defensive specialist, Jill Yates. And wearing the white Ladero jersey tonight, number 30, senior Abby Cruikshank. The Peters Township Indians are coached by head coach Ashley Green. She's assisted by Nicole Oates, Brandon Hansen, and Zaza Janusek. She's also student managers, Nolan Taylor, Carson Kramer, Sean Sullivan, and Alex Gill. And for your homestanding Panthers of Upper St. Clair, wearing number 12, sophomore center Mallory Glancy. Sophomore right side, hitter number 18, Kelsey O'Leary. Number 25, sophomore outside, hitter G.G. Madsen. Outside, hitter junior, number 5, Emily O'Malley. In the middle, junior, number 6, Giovanna Benita. Junior defensive specialist, number 10, Elizabeth Hetz. Defensive specialist, number 11, junior Ellie Tetrick. And starting senior, number 20, playing the middle, J.B. Stout. Your Panthers, as always, are coached by head coach Victor Reyes. He's assisted by Dan Gleckler, Drew Ferguson, and Evan McElhinney. Your officials for tonight's contest. The number 1 official on the ladder to the grandstands is Kevin Dune. The number 2 official at the scorer's table, and Sloan. We're glad you're with us, everybody. We're glad you chose to spend your scarce entertainment dollar with us. We're glad you got here safely on the safe home journey when it's all said and done. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Sorry for the late start, everybody. Good evening and welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School. Kevin McGahey at the microphone tonight. Nandita Mahesh again behind the camera as we welcome you to Upper St. Clair High School, and it's a home volleyball match here on Tuesday night, September 18th, 2018. In the red, playing right to left in this first set. The Indians from Peters Township High, the Panthers playing in the usual blacks, running from left to right here as we start this match. That serve given up by Callie Zullers. And the Panthers open up the scoring. It's an early 1-0 lead. And that will be Marin Foster, number 21, with Panthers' first kill of the night. Marin, a senior, one of 3 on the squad this year. And it's Callie Zollers, a sophomore again, back for the serve. The Panthers with an early 2-0 lead. Just over the net, and it's an ace for Callie Zollers. And it's a 3-0 Panther lead. Panthers here as we sit here on Tuesday, September 18th, looking for their first section win. Currently 0-4 in section. Peters Township 1-3. Promises to be an interesting contest. And the black, Emily O'Malley, taking care of the block for the point, and the lead is 4-0. Callie Zollers again. Another good serve. We'll go over the list of players as things progress. And number 11, junior Lauren Valentic. With that Peters Township kill, they're off the schneid. They get the serve and the side out. Number 13, Emmy Ploskina, a junior, will be dishing up the ball for the Peters Township Indians. Good serve, picked up. Oh, it's going backwards by the Panthers. Goes outside. That was number 25, Gigi Madsen, a sophomore. Point Peters, 4-2, Panthers lead. It's early in the first set. I think everybody knows how this works. This match is a best-of-5 match. First one to win 3 sets takes the match. A set goes to 25 points, and you have to win them by 2. Emily O'Malley, far side. Up on the rafters it goes, and Peters Township does rescue it. It's still in play. Oh, good dig by the libero, Elizabeth Hetz. But not enough. Peters with a good net play to keep that one involved. Good serve. Marin Foster the set to the far side. Emily O'Malley off the tip block and down. Emily O'Malley, far and away the biggest Upper St. Clair hitter, kills-wise. Gets her first. Side out. Point Panthers substitutions now. 18 comes on the floor. That's Kelsey O'Leary. And number 12 is Mallory Glancy. Back to serve for the Panthers. Over the top to the side. It does come back, and no, not over the net. 4 hits. Point for the Panthers. Mallory Glancy again. At 6-3, the Panthers lead. To our side, over the top. Elizabeth Hetz brings that one back, and over the top. With the left hand, that was Kelsey O'Leary, but did not find pay dirt. There's the bump. Glancy with the bump set. Emily O'Malley over the top, but wide. Nobody touched it. The miss hit gives the point, and side out to Peters Township. St. Clair leads 6-4, still early. First set. Number 7, Madison Tassone with a serve and an error. First of the match, a gift for the Panthers. 7-4 now the lead with Emily O'Malley, the junior outside hitter, back for the St. Clair serve. She had that jump serve cracking last week. Let's see. Yes, again, jump serve over the top. Nicely done. Recovered by Peters at the net. Oh, brilliant dig by Elizabeth Hetz. To the near side. Let's see. Off the St. Clair block and out of bounds. Number 12, Celine Blond with that kill for the Panthers. Maggie Kuhn now that the Peters Township serve number 5. Over the top from Morgan Wazinski, but not finding the floor. Bump, a quick set and touched over. Still in play, nicely defended by the Panthers, but lift the call. Yep. Too much hand on too much ball for too much time, just like Pomona basketball. And it'll be Peters Township ball. Over the top. Oh, my goodness, nicely dragged off the floor by Peters. To the near side. Over the top by Celine Blond. And we're all tied up at 7. We're still early in this first set of this best-of-5 match. It counts in section play. We play in section 2, quad A. Kelsey O'Leary over the top and off the end line it goes. Kelsey O'Leary with her first kill. 3 Panther kills, 3 different attackers. That's kind of nice. You spread it around a little bit and they were tougher to defend. Number 20, Jamie Stout comes in, as does the libero Elizabeth Hetz back for the St. Clair serve. Over the top, good serve from the far side. From the back row, now Emily O'Malley crushing one down, but right at a defender. Slicing attack, rescued by the Panthers from the back row. Emily O'Malley racing over the top, it's at the net. And the joust, the place block, taken care of by Jamie Stout. Her first. 9-7, Panthers get that 2-point lead back. Elizabeth Hetz again, the St. Clair serve to the near side. Into the block, but not to the floor. And the block again, but it goes out of bounds. Well, Kelsey O'Leary, right place at the right time, but that hit just went off her wrist and out of bounds. Point and side out. Peters Township substitution now. Number 10 on the floor, that's Erin Herpy, sophomore. She's a setter when she's in, as is number 26. That's Jocelyn Jakovic, a sophomore middle blocker. And another short serve. Well, Panthers will take that, and again the 2-point lead. Senior Marin Foster checks in, number 21, and number 25, Gigi Madsen. Back set far side, not much on it. And that error gives the Panthers another point and a 3-point lead back at 11-8. Good serve. Oh, that's an ace. Lands just inside the back left corner. Marin Foster with an ace, 2 for the Panthers tonight in a 4-point lead at 12-8. She tried to do the same thing. That time it went about 2 feet long. Service error that time gives the point side out. Over to Peters Township, where Jill Yates, number 22, is senior defensive specialist, comes in to dish up that ball. Panthers have it. Marin Foster the set far side. Gigi Madsen over the top, but at the defense to the near side now. Slicing attack and down by Madison Tassone, a sophomore for Peters Township. They play a lot of youngsters here. Three starting seniors, the rest young. Another service error. Well, but they've gone 3 totally different places. Panthers get the side out, and it will be Morgan Wazinski, sophomore, number 14, with a St. Clair serve. Little hop serve for her. To the near side, over the top, the slicing attack handled by Emily O'Malley. Right back to her. And down for the put away. Emily O'Malley, look at that. Whistling one home. And the Panthers get back their largest lead of this first set at 14-10. Zinski again just over the top. Oh boy, at the net. Comes back. Oh, just off the block. Too bad. Jamie Stout was right there. Could have shoved that one home. But it rattled off her wrist, side out. Point. Indians. Senior Abby Crookshank, wearing the white libero jersey. Libero, as you probably know, is a free substituter. Can come and go as she pleases without formally checking in at the desk, usually for defensive play. Far side, Emily O'Malley. Off the net, over the net. Oh, Jamie Stout just can't shove it down. Slicing attack works for Madison Tassone. Point Peters. Panthers still lead 14-12. To the far side. Emily O'Malley just airing the ball out over the top. Comes right back. Back set to the near side. And that time it's Gigi Madsen with her first kill. Panthers get the point. 3-point lead, 15-12. We're back in the rotation to Callie Zollers, the sophomore defensive specialist. Good little hop serve. Back set, far side. Punched in. Down it goes Emily O'Malley. With her second block for a point tonight. 16-12. Panthers with a 4-point lead again. To the near side. Punched over. Rescued off the floor. Place block down and out. Woo. Lauren Valentic had a really good look at that and just hoisted it out of bounds. And the first time out of this match taken by Ashley Green and the Peters Township Indians. But each team, as I'm sure you know if you've watched these before, each team gets 2 timeouts per set. So it could be a potential of 10 timeouts per team per match. They don't always use them all, but I'm sure Ashley Green doesn't want this one to get away here. It's a 5-point Panther lead, 17-12. As we near the end of this first set. So far, 6 kills in the books, rather, for the Panthers, and it's spread out. 5 different girls have them. Emily O'Malley with 2. Kelsey O'Leary, number 18. Jamie Stout, number 20. Marin Foster, 21. And Gigi Madsen, 25, each with 1 kill. That same Marin Foster with a service ace. And number 7, Callie Zollers got an ace early in the match. Emily O'Malley, 2 blocks, 2 stuff blocks for points. 17-12. Panthers have the lead. Callie Zollers. Good serve. Out it goes if nobody touched it, and nobody did. And the Panthers with their largest lead of the match so far, 18-12. Another good serve. To the far side, over the top. Stuff block down, and free ball Panthers. Can we, oh boy, overpass at the net. It's up, it's good, and in play. Nice defense by the Panthers to keep that one going. Off the tip block, still good. Nice rally, first long rally we've seen. Emily O'Malley just long, oh my. Oh, it was called out by the linesperson. The official overruled it, must have landed on the line. And the Panthers' lead is now 7, 19-12. Awkward set into the Panther block. And I think that's Gigi Madsen who gets credit for that one. 20-12, and the Panthers will stretch out that lead. It's a good one. It's 8 points, just where you want to. When you get to 20, you want to have a nice cushion of points, and the Panthers have it. Oh, that's going backwards and will not come back. Good serve, and the Panthers now 4 points away from victory in this first set. Another good serve right toward the back line. Not much Peters could do with it, and it's out of bounds. Oh, net violation. My mistake. Net violation. You're not allowed to touch that net in the process of putting the ball over the net. Oh, boy, the Panthers a double-digit lead now at 10. Callie Zollers still serving. She had an early run in the match. And another one right here, back set. Over the top, off the tip block. Panthers defense working, and Emily O'Malley into the Peters block, and down Emily O'Malley gets kill number 3. That's how you do it, son. Power it off the opposing block. 23-12 now, Panthers. Oh, just a free ball, Panthers now. Marin Foster the set. To the far side. Emily O'Malley, but wide. Oh, brother, she had a really good look at that. But powered the slicing attack wide here into the near stand. Side out, point, Peters. Substitution number 16, Abby Willott. Excuse me, Abby Willott. Back on the floor for for Peters. Abby Pluskina with the Peters serve. To the far side. Emily O'Malley gets that one to go. Oh, yeah. 4 kills now for Emily, and it is set point. Actually, a bunch of them. Panthers just need one here to finish off set number 1 as number 18, Kelsey O'Leary, number 12, Mallory Glancy check in. Mallory heads back for the serve. Over the top, good serve, and an ace. That's how you finish it off. Mallory Glancy, the ace. And the Panthers take set number 1, 25-13 to start off this home match here. Kevin McGahee here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. We are back and ready to go. Kevin McGahee here behind the microphone. Nandita Mahesh behind the camera, and the Panthers just took set number 1 and off to a good start. That's Jamie Stout with the place block to open up the set 2 scoring, just like the Panthers did in set number 1 with the early lead. Morgan Wazinski with the serve. To the near side, Emily O'Malley. Well, the set wasn't really in her wheelhouse, but she got it over just the same. Oh, rescued it, over the net it goes. Good defense by the Panthers, but yeah, center line violation. I think that was Jamie Stout, who did a terrific job keeping that ball alive, but she rolled onto the center line. You cannot do that or put your foot completely over it. So Peters Township gets the side out and the point. Emmy Pluskina. Serving for the Indians. Now in the red, going left to right this time. Panthers in the black, right to left in the second set. And Emily's long again. Well, she's getting good looks at it. And she'll have it figured out by the end of this set to bring those down and get them inside the border. And Peters with their first lead, and they give it right back on a service error. 2-all, second set. Panthers get the side out and the point. Checking in number 6, Giovanna Pimenta just came on the floor. And it is Callie Zullers back for the Panther serve. And oh boy, right into smack into the net. Almost got it over. But that's her first error. 3-2 Indians. Madison Tassone now, the Peters Township serve. There's the set to the far side. Now, oh boy, that one goes long. Gigi Madsen again had a good look, but can't seem to bring that ball down. But Panthers have got to get over the top of that thing and hoist it back down. 4-2 Peters. Near side, Emily. There's one that goes down. Emily O'Malley. Kill number 5. Side out. Point Panthers. And Mallory Glancy just got on the floor for the serve. Look, little sweat, little moisture. It is steamy in here tonight. It's one of those really humid nights after Hurricane Florence passed through here, leaving a whole bunch of tropical humidity outside, and I'm sure some of it's found its way inside. 3 now, serving 4. Good serve at the net. Quick set and over the top, rescued. Got grabbed off the floor by Ellie Tetrick, number 11. And walloped into the net by Abby Willott, the freshman hitter. 4 Peters, and we're all tied up at 4 here in the second set. Panthers took the first set, 25-13. Mallory Glancy again to serve. Off the block, it's in play. Oh, but nobody there to get it. Well, the tip block worked just great from Pimenta and O'Malley. But the Panthers could not keep it alive. Point side out, Peters Township. Maggie Kuhn, the senior defensive specialist with the Peters serve, dragged off the floor, back set, far side. Emily O'Malley, but right into the Peters block. That stuff block. Again, Emily had a really great look at it. But it's a 2-point lead, Peters. 6 now, serving 4. And another service error. Wow, that's 5 on the night for Peters. Panthers have 2 of their own, but 5's a lot for a set and a bit. Checking in number 14, Morgan Wazinski, and it's Emily O'Malley. See if she's going to use that jump serve. Yes, she will. Oh, and it's a good one. Plummets down as it crosses that net, far side, over the top. And still in play. Good Panther D keeping the ball alive. Far side, try it again. Into the stuff block and down. I'm pretty sure that one was Kelsey O'Leary. Good Panther D. We're tied up at 6. Now can the Panthers get a little run going here? Another good jump serve. Here's side. Oh boy, a little floater. Found a spot inside the Panther defense. I think that was Madison Tassone again. Side out. Point Peters. Erin Herpy, sophomore setter with the Peters Township serve. Near side. Oh, how about that? Morgan Wazinski, a seeing eye tip over the net that found an open spot. Her first point tonight. And it is libero Elizabeth Hetz, the junior, with the serve. Over the top, off the tip block. Panthers get the free ball now. There's the set, near side. Morgan Wazinski, back-to-back strikes. 8-7, the Panthers get the lead back for the first time since it was 1-0. Over the top, the overpass. Oh, but hammered out of bounds. Well, that's when you like to see it been put away, but out of bounds it went. Substitution. Jill Yates, a senior for the Peters serve. 8-all. Oh, make it 9-8 Panthers. Morgan Wazinski being sneaky again. Just barely edging that ball over the net. Checking out in now our senior Marin Foster and Gigi Madsen with a front line, back line switcheroo. Good serve and a service ace. Marin Foster, second ace tonight. At the net and the overpass. Oh, brother. Roofing the call. Now that's like goaltending in basketball. On the violations on Peters Township, reaching over the net to affect the flight of the ball. Point Panthers in an 11-8 lead, and Marin Foster dumps one into the net. Her second service error against 2 aces. And it'll be Peters with the point, side out, and serve. Number 30, Abby Cruikshank to serve. Over the net it goes. To the near side. Just touched over and net violation, Peters. Yeah, you cannot get not even a molecule's worth of uniform on that net when you're playing that ball. Over it goes at the net. There's the put away. I think Emily O'Malley got that one. That's what you're supposed to do when that pass goes to the opposition instead of your own team. Put it away, and it's a 4-point Panther lead at 13-9. Over the top. Aaron Foster the set, and Emily O'Malley, nothing much on it. Keeping the ball in play, quick set. Oh, and a whiff. Oh, that's hard to do, but that went over the head of the tallest player on the floor. That's Lauren Valentic. She is 6'2" and far and away the tallest player. She's a freshman on the Peters Township Indians. We'll have to deal with her the next couple of years, I'm sure. But meanwhile, it's a 5-point Panther lead at 14-9. To the far side. Into the Panther block. Oh, but out of bounds. They got the block done. Well, Gigi Madsen, right place, right time, but out of bounds into the Peters Township bench. They get the point and the side out where Emmy Plaskina takes over the serve. Panthers with a 4-point lead. They were still in the second set. Panthers with one set of victory in the books already. Oh, great dig. Yeah, lift the call. That was an open hand, kind of a slap on the ball. That's a no-no. Violation and point Peters. Good set. Emily O'Malley smacking it right into the net. Well, Emily's off a little bit tonight. Let's hope she gets that stuff sorted out. Panthers still with a 2-point lead at 14-12. Bump set. Free ball Peters. Should be free ball Panthers. Indeed it is. Back set far side. Open right into the block. That's where Lauren Valentic comes into play. At 6-2. Timeout called by Upper St. Clair's Victor Moraes. It's his first of the match. And the Panthers with a nifty 4-point lead a minute ago. It's a 3-point run for Peters to bring that deficit, the Panther lead down to 1 at 14-13. So far in basically a set and a half here, the Panthers led by Emily O'Malley with 5 kills. Number 14, Morgan Wazinski, she's got 3 so far. Jamie Stout, number 20, has 2, 1 each. For number 18, Kelsey O'Leary. Number 21, Marin Foster. Number 25, Gigi Madsen. 4 service aces in the match so far for the Panthers. 2 from Marin Foster. 1 each from number 12, Mallory Glancy. And number 7, Callie Zollers. 14-13, Panthers lead. But Emmy Plaskina has the serve for Peters. Good set, far side. Oh boy, way over the top from Gigi Madsen. Again, had a really good look at it, but she got underneath it and hoisted it way out of bounds. We're all tied up at 14. That 4-point lead for the Panthers. Erased now. Let's see if they can get it back. To the far side. Well, over the top. It's a 5-point run now for Peters. Madison Tassone with that score for Peters, and they've grabbed the lead back at 15-14. Far side. Madsen, didn't get much on it. Short set. Oh, and that one won't come back. Yeah, it was supposed to be, I think, the old quick set play, little short set and bang it down. But nobody was home for Peters, and we're all knotted up now at 15. Good serve. Oh boy, punched over. Free ball, Panthers. Yeah, hard to see on TV. But that second hit, that second touch by the setter or whomever, has to be kind of a knuckleball. There was too much spin on it, so double hit is the violation. And a point for Peters Township. Madison Tassone, the Peters Township serve. Emily O'Malley, oh boy, but right at a defender. To the far side. St. Clair block. Oh, tremendous save by Peters. And whistled out of bounds over the top. Oh boy, it looks like a net violation for the Panthers on a hit that was strike that was going way out of bounds. So now Peters Township with a 2-point lead at 17-15. Well, Emily gets one of them. Oh, it landed on the St. Clair side. Emily O'Malley with a tremendous swing, but right into the double block, the stuff block of Peters, and now the Indians lead by 3. Checking in number 8, senior Maddie Culp for the Panthers. To the far side. Once again into the Lauren Valentic block. And the lead is 4. The Panthers led this thing 14-10 and now trail 19-15. Needing one right here. Just wristed over. Net violation anyway. It was a good point for the Panthers, but a net violation on Peters. Side out. Point Panthers. And the serve now goes to Mallory Glancy, number 12, who checks in. Mallory, of course, a sophomore. Normally a setter, but she'll play back row here and do some serving as the Panthers try to get back into this thing. 19-16. Peters Township. Mallory Glancy the serve. At the net, quick set. Oh, into the St. Clair block. Well, Giovanna Pimenta had it, but it rolled off her wrist and down. Point again. Peters Township. And a 4-point lead at 20-16. This is dangerous territory now for the Panthers. They need to break this mini run and get a few themselves. To the near side. Oh, over the top with the left hand. That's Kelsey O'Leary with her second kill. Well, there's one of them back. Now the Panthers need a run right here to tie this thing up. Morgan Wazinski, number 14, checks back in for St. Clair. And it's Emily O'Malley. See if that jump serve can find pay dirt here. Handled by Peters to the far side. Off the St. Clair block, but out of bounds. Doggone it. Block set up in the right place. But the ball ended up out of bounds, and the team's trading points here. Not what the Panthers had in mind. Aaron Herpy. The Peters serve. Morgan Wazinski, the Panther point. Nice put away by Morgan. Kill number 4 for her. Now can the Panthers put together a few here to tie this set up. Elizabeth Hetz. At the net, back set, near side, off the St. Clair block. Let's try it again. From the back row. Oh, still in play. And saved by the Panthers. Now can the defense come up? That should have been a double hit. Morgan Wazinski, but can't. Oh, brother, too bad. A net violation on a really nice touch over by Morgan Wazinski. 4-point lead again, Peters. They're just content to trade points here. Celine Blond the serve. Kelsey O'Leary over the top but long, and the lead is 5 now. Timeout called by Victor Moraes. Not really sure what happened to the Panthers here. We had that great 14-10 lead, and we're basically cruising here until Peters Township put together a nice little run of points to get the 5-point lead at 2015, and here we are 23-18. Peters Township needing 2 and the Panthers needing a run to keep this one going. Panthers took the first set 25-13, so they're not in danger of giving up the match yet, but would have been nice to have captured this second set. I guess I shouldn't give up yet. Anything's still possible. But right now the Panther offense slacking a little bit. Emily O'Malley's getting some great looks, but they are not falling for her like they have in past matches. So here we are, Celine Blonde, the Peters Township serve, 23-18 Indians. To the near side, Morgan Wazinski, but right at a defender. Over the top and out. Well, there's a gift. There's one. Celine Blonde hoists it long. Panthers trail by 4. Marin Foster and Gigi Madsen, number 25, checking in for the Panthers. Some brilliant defense required right about now. It'll be Marin Foster. Serving it up for St. Clair. Far side, over the top, nicely dragged off the floor. Can we get this one? At the defense again, it's off the block. Oh, nicely defended by the Panthers. Should be a free ball now. Can we use it? There's the bump set, and it'll be free ball Peters. From the back row, over the top. Marin Foster the set. And double hit the call. Yeah, Marin Foster put too much of a spin on that thing. Doggone it. Now it's set point Peters. Just needing one to finish off the set. And checking in for that defense is number 11, 6'2", Lauren Valentic. Back set far side. And find and pay dirt. Morgan Wazinski. Killed number 5. Panthers need some D right here. Yeah, there it starts right there. Oh, what a free ball now for Peters. And Lauren Valentic finishes it off. And Peters Township comes back to win the second set by a count of 25-20 to knot this match all up at one set apiece. Lots more volleyball yet to come. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. We're back in what has proved to be exactly what we thought, an exciting match here. Kevin McGay, he's still here behind the microphone. Nandita Mahesh behind the camera. Out it goes, and the Peters Township Indians start off set number 3 with the scoring. We're all knotted up at a set apiece. 25-13 Panthers, 25-20 Peters. And make it a 2-0 Panther lead. You probably saw that one got into the net. It's real hard to scrape that thing out of there once it gets caught in the net. Dropping down vertically on one side. Anyway, Peters Township the serve, and the service error gives the Panthers the point. That's 6 service errors, 6 gifts tonight for the Panthers. Checking in, number 6, Giovanna Pimenta, and it's Callie Zollers with the serve. Panthers trail 2-1 real early. Third set. Good serve from Callie. Off the block, still in play. Good, nicely done. And, Emily O'Malley might have closed her eyes because she had another good look at it, but it rattles just off her wrist and down. 3-1 Peters. Emmy Pluskina serving it up for the Indians. Far side. Hey, Emily O'Malley off the schneid. How about that? Look at that. and it constantly makes me glad I'm not down there trying to return stuff like that. I'd have damaged bones and nobody's in a New York minute. Mallory Glancy now. The Panthers serve, trailing 2-3. Real early, third set. Near side, into the, walloped into the net from Abby Willott. Back-to-back points was tied up here early in the third set at 3. Mallory Glancy again. Balloon ball of a serve coming right back and almost rescued. But hammered down by Peters. Madison to Sohn. The Indians serve. Indians, of course, in the red jerseys playing right to left this set. Panthers in the black, left to right in set number 3. Quick set and rescued by the Panthers. Now over the top again. Wow, Kelsey O'Leary sure has the right idea. But she's under that ball, sailing it just a bit long. 5-3 Indians. And again, shortened up this time, falls in. Peters has it. Free ball, Panthers. Glancy the set. Emily O'Malley, I think she probably whiffed on it, but it came out just fine as it dribbled down the front of the Peters Township block. Kill number 7 for Emily O'Malley, and she goes back for the serve. 4 serving 5. Good jump serve, but again, right at a defender. Something happened here. Double hit the call. Too much spin in the ball. Tied up at 5. Another just long. Oh, brother. What you want to do is land that jump serve on the back line. Went just a squidge long. 6-5 Peters. Maggie Kuhn with the Indian serve. Far side. Morgan Wazinski with the slicing attack and kill number 6 for Morgan, the sophomore. Checking in number 20, Jamie Stout. And the libero, Elizabeth Hetz, for back row and serving. 6-all, third set. To the near side. Over the top from Celine Blonde, but Panthers have it. Wazinski into the block. What is that now? Oh, 4 hits the call. I thought it was touched by a Peters blocker. No, went into the net instead. 4 hits the call. You only get 3 of them. So it's another point and side out Peters, where Aaron Herpy jumps behind the back line for the serve. Just over the net and played. Clancy the set over the top. Oh, Jamie Stout couldn't get it past the defense. Back set here. Kelsey O'Leary. Too bad. Kelsey again had a good look at it. Right at a defender and just not tall enough to bring it in. 8-6 now. The Peters lead here in set number 3. Morgan Wazinski. Kill number 7 to tie Emily O'Malley for the lead tonight. Side out, point Panthers. Panthers still trail by 1. Peters leads 8-7. Oh, and that one works. Wow, something happened. Abby Cruikshank just blinked or something, because that went right through her fingers and out of bounds. Marin Foster, thus St. Clair serve. And a good one. Should be a free ball. Can the Panthers use it? There's the bump. Set to the far side. Wyszynski, right at a defender again. From the back row. Oh, smack into the net. Panthers grab the lead back at 9-8. Good touch over. Panthers have it. Touched over by the Panthers, but covered by Peters. Oh, good pancake move, but good effort, but not enough to keep it in play. Elizabeth Hetz got a hand on it, but it's a point and side out Indians. Oh boy, Serpent goes over the net and pushed back in the far corner where nobody was standing. Well, it's a tight match. The Panthers, neither team can seem to edge away with that thing. Can't seem to get an edge here. Emily O'Malley into the net. 2-point Peters Township lead. (11-9) Peters. And it's a rotation error by the Panthers. Somebody out of place. You know, you see these offensive setups. Oh, in old style volleyball, you play 3 in the front, 3 in the back. You still do that here, but they can get all bunched up in one area of the court just as long as they maintain that 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and proper side to side. Somebody was out of position, and it was a gift point for Peters Township, and a 12-9 3-point Indians lead. Morgan Wyszynski coming through now. She's got 7 kills for the Panthers. Emily O'Malley holding in there at 7 herself. Kelsey O'Leary, number 18, she's got 2. Jamie Stout, number 20, she has 2. And still 1 each since early in the match for Marin Foster and Gigi Madsen. Celine Blonde with the Peters Township serve. Panthers cannot let this lead get any bigger. It went over, but out of bounds. Again, it's hard to see on the TV, but there's a red and white stick attached to the net. That's the out of bounds designator. And checking in now, number 3, playing the right side, is junior Elena Rinaldi. And the serve goes right to her. She got tested early. Morgan Wyszynski again off the Peters block and down. Panthers get the point and the side out. And it's Wyszynski for the serve. Panthers trail. It's 10 serving 13. And it's a service ace for Morgan Wyszynski. That one had topspin on it and dropped right in front of number 22, Jill Yates. Panthers back within 2. 11 now serving 13. Should be a free ball. And when that is amazing. I thought that one was going into the net. It rolled over the net off a couple of St. Clair defenders, and it is a Peters Township point. Side out. Abby Cruikshank now back for the Panthers. Also checking in for the Panthers, number 1, Alyssa Segi, a sophomore middle player. First home action we've seen her on the floor. 14-11, Peters serving. And a service error. Well, that helps, but that's just not going to do it. Panthers need more than that. Callie Zollers checks in, as does number 6, Giovanna Pimenta. Callie had a couple of nice runs in his first set. Let's see if she can do it again. Good serve, good return, and over the top with a wrister. Marin Foster the set. Over the top from Elena Rinaldi, but could not find the flow. Well, that one kind of worked. Some confusion. Oh my goodness, after that. It's a roofing call. It's the goaltending of volleyball. Well, tough break for the Panthers, because it seemed like that was well defended, but not according to the officials' eyes. Panthers trail by 3, 15-12. To the near side. Let's see the call now. Oh my. Wow, that's a couple questionable ones. That call, I think, went against the Panthers. That could have easily just bounced off the net and out of bounds, but apparently touched a Panther finger before heading out of bounds. And it's a 4-point Peters lead at 16-12 now, and that's an ace. First ace of the night for Peters, and Coach Victor Moraes will take a timeout. Yeah, it's hard to see what's going on here. The Panthers played this thing very tightly, very close all the way up until just a few seconds ago when the lid seems to have come off. And right now, Peters Township leads 17-12. This is not the decisive set, but this would be a good set for the Panthers to win and go further with a 2-1 lead. So let's see now. Can the coaching staff fire up this team to get us back in a scoring mood? And it's pretty obvious that part of the problem has been, it's just Emily O'Malley has been off tonight. Everybody trying to cheer her up. We could use a couple out of her right now. 17-12 Peters. Emmy Pluskina serving. There's Emily O'Malley. Goes right back from the far side. Well, truthfully, that set wasn't very good, but it went right into the Peters block and stuffed back down. 18-12 now, Indians. Slicing attack, Marin Foster. Double hit, too much spin from Marin Foster. She checks out. On the floor, number 17, Sam Weber. I think she'll be our setter now. Marin having a couple of problems. She'll get those ironed out. But it's a 7-point deficit now, 19-12. Peters leads. Back set far side, punched over. Free ball Peters, and shoved down to the floor by Lauren Valentic. 20-12 now. Panthers in some serious difficulties here now in this third set. An 8-point hole they're in, and Peters has reached 20. And the stuff block works. Giovanna Pimenta gets that point to break that string. Panthers still in a big hole here, needing points. 13 now, serving 20. Panthers trail by 7. Mallory Glancy back to do the serving chores for Upper St. Clair. Nicely dug by Glancy. Emily O'Malley, long, point side out Peters. Substitutions, Celine Blond back on the floor for Peters. Far side from the back row. The back row attack works from Emmy Pluskina. 22-13 now. Peters leads. It's the third set of this best-of-5 match. Bryn Foster, number 4, is checked in for the Panthers. That slicing attack does not find the floor. Out it goes. Panthers get one back. 22-14. Emily O'Malley for the serve. Good serve, but dragged off the floor by the Indians and off the block and out of bounds. That is Celine Blanc again. 23-14 Peters. Wow. Morgan Wazinski couldn't find one. Glancy with the set. Glancy this at far side. Wazinski, oh, right at the defender again. Oh my goodness. And off the hand of Elizabeth Hetz. And it's now 10 set points for Peters Township. 24-14. Maggie Kuhn with the Indian serve. Comes up short. 8 service errors for the Peters Township Indians in 3 sets. We know what they'll be working on in practice this week. Alyssa Segi comes back in, and it's Elizabeth Hetz for the Panthers serve. Trailing by 9. And the Panther block works. First stuff block we've seen in a while. Elizabeth Hetz again. Good serve. Back it comes. Free ball Panthers. Bryn Foster. Glancy the set. Morgan Wazinski. Kill number 9. Panthers still in a big hole though. Needing 7 to tie. 24-17 Peters. Free ball. Oh, it doesn't come back. Well, back within 6. 24-18. Panthers needing some help and some defense. Double hit the call, and that's that. Well, the Panthers had mounted a comeback, but the error gives a set to the Peters Township Indians at 25-18. Peters Township now with a 2-1 lead. Lots more volleyball yet to come. We're not done yet. Stay with us, everybody. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. We're back and ready for set number 4. Emily O'Malley with a good serve. Handled by Peters again over the top. Kevin McGahey still here with you. Nandita Nandita behind the camera. And Peters Township opens up the scoring as that one lands just in front of them of Elizabeth Hetz. Well, out of bounds it goes, and it's a 2-0 Peters Township lead. Another good serve handled by the Panthers, but free ball Peters. Quick set, and down that one goes. 3-0. Peters off to a quick lead here in what could be now the decisive fourth set. Peters with a 2-1 lead. They win this set, it's over. Panthers can come back and win this one. We play a deciding fifth set. Another double hit call, another error by the Panthers. And the lead is 4-0. Panthers get their first point of this fourth set. Callie Zoller's the serve. It's a knuckleball from the back row. Morgan Wazinski at the defender again, far side. It's rescued by the Panthers. Good defense. Try it again. The block, and what's the call? Lift the call. Palm in the basketball by the Indians. Callie Zoller's a serve. Off the tip block. Morgan Wazinski, but right smack into Lauren Valentic, the 6'2" middle blocker. Point, side out Peters. Wow, Wazinski again into the Peters block. Lauren Valentic has gotten out her defensive chops tonight. 6-2, Indians lead. Well, a little confusion on the Panther side. Lands at the feet of the back row, and Victor Moraes taking another timeout. Well, this is not like the Panthers team I've seen here earlier in this season. This is the fourth home match of the year. The Panthers had a pretty big victory here just last night over Northern powerhouse Seneca Valley. I'm sure Coach Moraes was counting on this match to get us in the win column in Section 2. Panthers winless so far. It's still early in the season, but 0-4 our record. Peters Township 1-3. 7-2 right now, the Peters Township lead. Morgan Wazinski, number 14, leading all Panther attackers with 9 kills. Emily O'Malley, number 5, in second place with 7, and she's been stuck on 7 for quite a while. Kelsey O'Leary, number 18, with 2. Jamie Stott with 2. I don't think either of them are on the floor right now. Near side, Morgan Wazinski, but into the net. Madison Tassone, the Peters Township serve. And finally went into the net from Lauren Valentic from Peters, giving the Panthers a point and a side out. Kelsey Ellery, number 18, checks in for the Panthers. As number 28, a freshman, Sydney Angel, now on the floor for the Panthers for her first home action of the season. Good serve, set at the net, quick set, and down it goes. Elizabeth Hetz making a valiant effort for it, but could not. She needs her arms need about 2 more inches each. (9-3) Indians lead here in what could be this decisive fourth set. Free ball, Panthers, quick set. Elizabeth Hetz, nice dig. Off the tip block and down on the Panther side, and the deficit now grows to 7. 10-3 Peters. Back set far side. Morgan Wyszynski, right, at a defender again. Free ball, Peters. Down it goes, Morgan Wyszynski. Kill number 10 now for Morgan. Panthers trail by 6, 10-4 Peters. Another net violation by the Panthers. (11-4), 7-point Peters Township lead. Aaron Herpy back to serve. There's the bump set, and Emily O'Malley, it's not a serve she could put a kill together with, to the far side. Off the tip block. Bump set. Once again, not much for Emily to deal with. Far side. Tip block, Elizabeth Hetz, great dig. Another free ball for Peters. Overhead bump and out of bounds by Giovanna Pimenta. 12-4, 8-point Panther deficit. Quick set backside. Tremendous dig by Elizabeth Hetz again. And Emily O'Malley. Another timely point. Breaks that that Peters string. 12-5. Panthers trail by 7. Elizabeth Hetz now the Panther serve. Over the top and out of bounds off Ellie Tetrick's hands. Point side out Peters, and that leaves back to 8 at 13-5. Emily O'Malley to the back right corner. For the Panthers, number 23, Anna McShane, now on to serve. Good serve, back set at the net, and a stuff block by Emily O'Malley works, her 4th of the night. McShane again. Panthers got to dig out of a 6-point deficit here, 13-7 Peters. Should be a free ball, Panthers. It is. Good set. Just long. Oh my goodness. Again, Emily O'Malley, another good look. Point, side out, Peters in a 14-7 lead. Abby Cruikshank now to serve for the ladies in red. way out of bounds off the hands of Madison Tassone. But the Panthers here again not content to trade points. Well, service error. Oh, it goes over. Well, that was nicely done by Elizabeth Hetz. Out of bounds. Well, Morgan Wazinski actually drew a beat on it, but it was outside that red and white antenna attached to the net. Out of bounds the call. 16-8 Indians in this decisive fourth set. Out of bounds by Morgan Wazinski. Another one that goes wide. Checking back in for the Panthers, number 8, Maddie Culp. A senior outside hitter. And a service ace for Peters, their second of the match. Timeout, Coach Moraes, he uses his second timeout of this fourth set, and the Panthers now with a double-digit deficit, 18-8. And it's hard to pin down exactly how we got that way. It's been a combination of errors and some good Peters Township hitting. Morgan Wazinski still leading all Panthers with 10 kills. Emily O'Malley, number 5, usually the team leader, has 9, but she's got 4 blocks for points to go with that. Kelsey O'Leary hanging in there with 2. Jamie Stout also with 2. Marin Foster 1 and Gigi Madsen 1. 3 aces served up by Marin Foster tonight. 1 each by number 12 Mallory Glancy, number 14 Morgan Wazinski, and number 7 Callie Zollers real early in the match. It's number 13 Emmy Pluskina with the Peters Township serve. And there is a kill by number 8, Maddie Culp, her first of the night. Number 6, Giovanna Pimenta checks back in. And it's Callie Zollers, the sophomore, back for the St. Clair serve. Far side. No, boy, that's definitely a double hit. Number 17, senior Sarah Campbell checks in for Peters Township. And Madison Tassone the serve. Well, that one rolled along the top of the net. Giovanna Pimenta with her first point of the night. Number 18, Kelsey O'Leary checking in, and this is number 25, Gigi Madsen. Serving 19. Panthers need points. Trading points will not do it. Oh, it would have gone out, but it's played by the Panthers. And back it comes, well defended, but it's a free ball. Off the block and down. Well, my goodness, Celine Blon. Now Peters in pretty good shape at 20-10. Maggie Kuhn now serving for Peters. Well, the Panthers got the point on a slip by Peters Township, headed under the net. 11 serving 20. Back set. Over the top to the far back left corner. Maddie Culp went after it, could not catch up to it. The lead is 10, 21-11, and Victor Moraes, no more timeouts. That's served by Sarah Campbell. And that kill by Emily O'Malley to get her in double figures finally at 10, tying Morgan Wazinski for the team lead tonight. Into the net. Emily O'Malley, I think, got the credit for that block. 5 tonight for her. Panthers creep back within 8. 21-13 Peters. Elizabeth hits the serve. To the far side. Off the St. Clair block and down. That was Celine Blonde with the hit. 22-13. Now Peters Township within 3 points of taking this match. Yep. To near side off the tip block. And down. Panthers with a point, but still in a big hole, needing 8 to keep this match going. 22-14, Peters Township. And it's Anna McShane now with the Panther serve. And a good one. To the far side. To the near side now. Emily O'Malley off the tip block at the defender. Good Panther block, but still cannot find that floor. Barely over the net, and oh my goodness, that was just had a bunch of spin on it. Placed at just the right spot, and it's 23-14, 9-point Peters lead. Abby Crookshank now back for the Peters Township serve. Geechee Matson hoisted over, but it does come back. Free ball Panthers. Can we use it? Well defended right. The stuff block was dragged off the floor. Emily O'Malley. And the libero, Abby Crookshank, gets a point to bring us to match point tonight. Actually, a bundle of them. 24-14 Peters. Then they just need one here to finish this whole thing off. And that does it. Not a very good set. Jamie Stout did what you could with it, and it's a little disappointment of a night now for the Panthers as the Peters Township Indians come into our gym and take the match 3-1 by scores of 25-13 Panthers, 25-20 Peters, 25-18 Peters, and 25-14 Peters. Well, the Panthers still looking for win number 1 this season, and at least in the Section 2 contest. There's a lot more volleyball coming. Emily O'Malley and Morgan Wazinski tie for the team lead in kills tonight with 10 each. And I know there will be better days for this Panther squad. We're glad you watched this program tonight on Upper St. Clair Cable 7 or wherever you are, even if you chose to find us on Vimeo.com. We're glad you were with us. We hope you'll tune into more Upper St. Clair volleyball contests. Kevin McGahee, my name. Nandita Mahesh behind the camera. We're glad you're watching tonight. We'll see you next time on the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. Good night, everybody.